Hey, so I need you all to take a minute to check out this auction find. This right here is an amazing specimen of a 1995 Ford SVT Lightning F150. SVT meaning it was built by the Ford Special Vehicles Team, SVT, in direct competition with the Chevy 454 SS and the Cyclone. This truck was meant to be Ford's F-150's race truck. It was a 351 Windsor with GT40 heads, but only 240 horsepower at a top speed in the quarter mile of 110 miles an hour, which is pretty great for 1995. So enough talking, I want to give a walk around of this entire car and show you how beautiful it really is. It has the original roll bar rear bumper, white paint, original white with Lightning decals. The car gets better though, and I'm going to show you in a few minutes why. So this car, the owner bought it 14 years ago. He's a dealer, and now that the market's high, he decided to bring it to the auction. It's going to do retail, so there's no sense in selling it retail when you can bring it to the auction and people are going to pay all the money for it. Pretty neat cup holders. Wow. So he bought it 14 years ago and he hasn't even used it in 6 years because it just sits in his garage. And because it sits in his garage, his kids put their bicycles in it. His wife puts the Christmas decorations in it. It's storage in the garage, just taking up space. So now that the market's high, he's ready to sell it. Now, I'm not sure that these are factory. They very well could be, but I'm not 100% positive. If you guys know, I'd love to hear from you. Now, the car gets better. If you see all these gauges, I'm assuming you know why. Now these cars are becoming more and more rare. In the 90s, you can find them in red and white and black. You don't see them very often anymore. Now in the early 2000s, Ford came out with the F-150 SVT Lightning again with the Supercharged V8 5.4 liter. Still an incredible truck. They had the flare sides. It was an amazing vehicle, and even those still hold their value incredibly well. But you don't often see the 90s version. Another thing that was iconic to the 90s F-150s, front and rear gas tanks, which this has even in a short bed. So you'll see gas tank 1 and gas tank 2. Because of the design of the body and the frame, they had to separate the gas tanks to allow for enough fuel in a vehicle that consumes a lot of fuel. Now I'm sure this was an original spray and bed liner. Typically these came with a plastic bed. So it's owned by a dealer friend of mine, good guy, buys a lot of the same stuff that I like to have, and then he wholesales it through the auction for people like me to purchase. Now it's running through the auction today, and I have no idea what it's going to sell for. I know that it's going to get all the money, but what is all the money in these things? If you know what they're worth or you have a guess on what it's going to sell for, comment down below. So this is something I thought was a lot of fun and a really neat find at the auction. I don't see these all the time, so I wanted to take a minute to share it with all of you. If it was fun for you, make sure to like down below so it gets shown to other people. And don't forget to subscribe. Everybody else, see you later. Thanks for always checking out my car videos. Adios.